What's up YouTube? My name is Brandon and today I am bringing you the long requested and awaited video on what I eat for my diet. I've been posting a lot of my food images to Instagram and Snapchat, and usually people, they'll direct message me and say, hey dude, I like what you're eating. Can you give me tips on a diet plan, or just give me tips because I'm trying to get that summer body. So thank you for all the questions. I really appreciate it. This video here, I had a couple of friends from pharmacy school, Halal and Ahmed. They asked me if I could accompany them to the store to show them what I eat for my own diet. So I invited them out to Costco. Costco is the main place I go to get my healthy, clean sources of food in bulk. In this video, I only spent around $82 to $85 for 1 to 2 weeks worth of food. And this is high quality food where I got plenty of salmon, tilapia, ground turkey, and vegetables to optimize the ideal results that people want to achieve when they work out, when they drink enough water, when you get quality sleep, and when you eat the proper foods, you'll move in the direction of the body that you want. And also, this does take a lot of time to achieve these results, and you have to be consistent, but the person you become in the process is so rewarding. Not only do you achieve the physical results, over time, you learn a lot about how your body works, how it responds to good food, and over time, when you eat, like say a Pop-Tart or anything that's processed, like cookies or cake, your body will not really crave those foods anymore, and also it may react badly to those foods. I think one of the hidden things that are going on in a majority of the people's diet is we really like carbohydrates, and carbohydrates are good for you, but what I mean is we really addict or crave simple carbohydrates, which can be bad for the body because it does spike insulin, and when your insulin levels go up and down, really high and low, that's not good for your body. It decreases insulin sensitivity. So that's not really good, and that can lead to diabetes over time. So enough of that. I have a quick Q&A. So over the last month, I've had people ask me questions about everything related to fitness and questions in general. So I'll start here. One question from an anonymous asker says, hey Brandon, any tips on getting a six-pack? All I do is cardio. Maybe I should do exercises and weights. Okay, so thank you for that question. It's nice to get this question because I feel like I've just gotten my own six-pack this year in 2018. I've always had a strong core, but I've never really focused on getting my body down to a lower body fat and seeing if I could have a visible six-pack. Honestly, if I were to go about it, personally, I would not do cardio just to get a six-pack. It would take me maybe 40 years to do cardio and get a six-pack, but honestly, to get muscles in this area of your body, you need to create a stimulus to promote growth in that area. Oftentimes I see a lot of people just doing crunches, and if you think about it, I would compare that to walking. It's not a stimulus that's gonna promote growth. However, if I did squats, that would promote growth for my legs. So the same thing applies. Your abdominal area, which is the six-pack muscle, the rectus abdominis in the front, it needs a heavy stimulus. So I recommend doing weighted ab exercises. Additionally, if you just do cardio and weighted abdominal exercises, I think incorporating squats into your lifting regimen, deadlifts, eating healthy, getting proper sleep, drinking enough water would really promote strength in general. So first, you need to become a strong person. I would spend a year at least in the gym doing heavy compound movements to become a stronger person. Once you are stronger, then I would focus on the cutting aspect, and once you drop that weight, I would do weighted ab sit-ups, like on, you know, those benches where you could put your knees in there, you lean back, and then you kind of do like a negative part. I would do things like that where it's weighted, at least with 35 pounds, 45 pounds. So I would do maybe 6 sets of 6, and I would do that every other day maximum because your body needs time to heal. So that was a good question. Okay, so this is a question from my buddy Jimmy. Hey Brandon, any tips on how to get rid of this belly with the skinny frame? So that's a great question. I started out working out in 2013 with a skinny frame. I was like this typical skinny fat person, didn't have any muscle. So I would take the advice from my last answer. Just get stronger, do squats, deadlifts, make sure you become stronger as a whole. Train your largest muscles of your body throughout at least 6 months to a year. Once you're there, the more muscle you have on your lean body mass, the easier it will be to burn fat. And that's the way to go about it. If people approach trying to get a better body just with cardio alone, you may decrease fat, but what's underneath there, it'll just be like a normal body. And I think with heavy compound movements like lifting weights, or doing even calisthenics like body weight training, pull-ups, push-ups, dips, single-legged squats, those would be really good starters to build an impressive physique. Okay, so this is a question from my buddy Austin. Yo Brandon, you got a diet planner? I'm trying to cut, so do you have any plans that I could follow? I'm just trying to get on your level. Yeah, that's a great question. I would take the same advice that I gave in the last two answers. So honestly, wherever you're at, that's totally okay. It may take, I'd say within a year to 2 years, you could get a decent level of gains. Start off with squats, start off with deadlifts, make sure your form is good. The best aim to have is to get stronger. What you want to do is have maybe 5 sets of 5 of your squats and deadlifts to start out. Really dial down on your form and technique. You don't have to progress in weights really quick at first, but once you do develop good technique, I'd say after a month, start upping the weight, maybe 10 pounds a workout, 5 pounds a workout every day. Keep doing that 5x5, and once it gets heavier, you'll notice that your form will break down. I recommend doing 4 sets of 4, 3 sets of 3, 3 sets of 2, and notice how when you do only 2 reps, the weight is supposed to be heavy. That's called intensity. So when you lift maybe 80% to 95% of your 1 rep max, that essentially is a heavier type of training stimulus. That's good, but also I believe in training all areas so you're a strong person overall. It's good to train maybe 8 sets of 8 on one day of the week, and then later on in that week you do a 5x5, and at the end of the week go heavy, hit maybe 3 sets of 2 heavy reps for each set, and that'll be a good way to kind of move in the direction of the body that you want. Additionally, if you're training compound movements that are heavy, make sure you're getting that sleep because you want to recover. Drink enough water each day. I recommend drinking 1 gallon of water, and then also make sure your sleep is on point. You want your good 8 hours. I recommend getting your sleep window from at least 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. If you get 4 hours of sleep within that window, you're gonna set yourself up for a lot of gains. Okay, so the next questions are kind of related to dieting and fasting. So Brandon, do you know if it's necessary to eat after a workout? There's like a lot of debate on this topic. There's a video that I really liked online, link in the description below. It's by Jeff Nippard, and he really kind of dives into the research about meal timing and getting that food right after your workout. Is it truly necessary for the maximum protein synthesis in the body? Honestly, from personal experience, as long as you get food at some point in the day, you should be okay. I think that that meal window really applies to maybe bodybuilders or people who are in physique who really have to dial down on their nutrition. For the average person, and me considered, you could go even 4 or 5 hours without eating after that window and still be okay. What I think it comes down to is total nutritional intake over a period of unit time. So I've even fasted for 2 days, worked out hard in the gym, and went 12, 13 hours without eating after that workout. Once I do eat, my muscle is preserved and I feel great and I still get great results. So I think as long as you eat a whole foods diet, the timing of your meals don't really matter as long as you're getting enough calories in to meet your goals. The next question, hey Brandon, I'm trying to speed up weight loss when I'm fasting. Am I allowed to drink tea? So yes, you are allowed to drink tea, you're allowed to drink water, and you're allowed to drink black coffee. Basically, during a fast, it's best to avoid any source of carbohydrates. I personally only drink water. If it's a longer fast, I may add a little bit of salt into my water just to make sure I have the proper electrolyte balance to carry out necessary physiological functions. Okay, so my buddy JR asks, what am I doing for fasting and how do I incorporate a caloric deficit? Fasting is a good method to implement a caloric deficit into your diet. What that achieves is if your goal is to lose weight, a caloric deficit means that you're eating calories at an amount that is less than the amount that your body uses per day. So if I eat this much calories, but my body uses this much calories, it has to get that energy from your fat stores. So my best tip is to have a long fasting period, typically anywhere between 16 to 23 to 24 hours, whatever your body could handle. What I noticed personally from experience is my stomach feels like, it's not working, there's nothing in it, it's just smaller. When I eat food after a fast, I like to eat whole foods, which include salmon, tilapia, vegetables, healthy sources of carbs. It could be blueberries, bananas. So I eat that food. Your stomach gets filled up initially, and your body feels less hungry. So even though a lot of time has passed and you only ate one meal, you get full right away. And with that stimulus, you could either eat another meal in that same day, or you could just wait till the next day. And using that method to just get full with healthy food that nourishes you, even though that food is not enough energy for what your body burns, that is a way to burn fat over time and lose weight in a more aggressive manner. And then here's a comment that I thought was funny. It's not a question, but my manager from college, Alex, hey Alex, hope you're doing well. He says, Brandon, each time I see your pictures, it's like seeing a Filipino Greek god. Sorry for being awkward. Thank you so much, Alex. That's totally not awkward at all. I really like the compliment. Yeah, I've been really working on my fitness lately as far as training consistently and eating healthy, and it's nice to see physical results, and also it's nice to become a more disciplined person. I noticed that I'm more on top of my time management and I'm able to make smarter decisions that are in line with my values as of this year. In the past, I struggled with a lot of cognitive dissonance where I knew something would be right for me, but I would choose the easier path, or I would give into certain cravings. In the past, even in 2017, I experienced a lot of binging. I would be healthy, exercise, but some nights I would just walk to the kitchen, couldn't stop myself. Once I started, I would just eat uncontrollably, and that was a bad feeling for me. So I really like the person I'm becoming now, and it feels good to finally move in the direction that I want to move in. So my mom asked me a question. She texted me, hey Brandon, do you have a girlfriend? Thank you for the question, Mom. Right now, I don't have a girlfriend, but I appreciate your interest in my relationship status. If I do get a girlfriend, or if I do find a girlfriend in pharmacy school, you'll probably be the 4th or 5th person to know. So I'll probably tell Kelsey first, and you might find out that way. So take care, and I hope to see you soon, Mom. And the last question, it's kind of like a funny one, but he wanted me to shout him out. What up, Wilbur? How are you doing? My buddy Wilbur from San Diego, he asked, hey Brandon, are you a face, boobs, or butt type of guy? That's a good question. For me personally, I think I am a face person. I really like when a girl has a beautiful smile and just beautiful eyes as well. Okay, so that's it for the Q&A session. I feel like this could be its own separate video. But yes, I still do want to do a voiceover of the food, so hopefully you'll enjoy this video. Peace out. Okay, so what's up YouTube? On this day at Costco, I showed my friends the turkey that I usually purchase. It goes for about $2.99 a pound, and each pack comes with about 6.8 pounds of turkey for 20 bucks. So each time I usually post this to my Instagram or Snapchat, I usually pair this ground turkey with some eggs and mushrooms. I use about 3 to 4 eggs per omelet, and the total protein for this little meal is about 65 grams of protein. So if you're around my metrics as far as body mass goes, this is a good tool to eat whole foods and get a good start on your quality protein intake. Okay, so next I showed my friends some of the healthy carbohydrates that I implement into my diet. I believe that eating whole food carbohydrates with every meal is important in maintaining a balanced diet with respect to macronutrients, while avoiding unnecessary insulin spikes often caused by ingestion of simple sugars. The biggest change to my diet this year was eliminating 90% of simple sugars, and my life has completely changed. I feel more disciplined and less inclined to indulge in cookies and ice cream when I see it. So basically you saw all the carbohydrates that I eat: sweet potatoes, bananas, blueberries. I also like to eat mushrooms, and these are good quality sources of fiber while providing you some carbohydrates as well, so it's a good choice. Next, I moved on to the frozen food section to show my friends the tilapia and salmon that I usually purchase. Tilapia costs around $16 and can feed me for over 1 week. The salmon costs around $26 and usually comes with 7 fillets. While this might seem expensive to some, I always tell the story that if I were to go to a restaurant, one salmon dish would cost me around $23 to $27. Honestly, this is a price that I'm willing to pay for quality food because it leads to quality results and better health in my opinion. So as you can see in my basket, the food that I buy is primarily whole foods. I hope that you guys are getting a hang of the types of food that I buy, because I just mix and match these with every meal and I try to get creative. This is the quinoa and brown rice that I allow into my diet. Due to my training and exercise level, it's important to have enough carbohydrates in my diet so that I have ample energy by the time I train heavy in the gym. I like to think of food as fuel, and I will typically eat at least 24 hours to 4 hours before a workout. This rice cooks in about 90 seconds and goes well with a salmon fillet and some vegetables on the side. And I just want to give a big shout out to my friends Halal, Ravi, Ahmed, and Jagan for expressing interest in getting a summer body and getting in better health. I really appreciate all the questions they asked, and I had a great time shopping with you guys. So thank you again, and I hope that you guys reach your fitness goals and continue to lead healthy lives. So here at the end, I'm just going to show the food one more time. I eat eggs, sweet potatoes, walnuts, basmati rice, ground turkey, tilapia, Atlantic salmon, vegetable blend, and some bananas and tangerines. And thank you everyone for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe or click that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon. All right, stay precious.